Hello everyone, Loremaster of Sotek here. I hope you're all doing well today. This is going to be a pretty short little update video about the September community challenge that we did. So for those who don't remember, essentially I started a challenge where the goal was to to survive as long as possible by playing with either Morathi or Archon the Black. Well, we we tried that, and the Morathi side of things kind of crashed and burned a bit because basically people found out some ways to just get it to where the AI just was not interested in messing with them. So after some chats and recommendations, we were like, okay, let's try let's try Imrik instead. So we switched over to Imrik, and honestly, that didn't make things much better. But the good news is the contest is over, and I can go ahead and report to you how it turned out. And I can also say that we will never do this again. Never again. If we do a type of endurance challenge again, it will be very, very different from this one. My hopes of essentially creating a last stand scenario just didn't work. At the end of the day, I think the AI is just not as aggressive as it needs to be for that kind of situation. You know, it was pretty interesting because when you play on really high difficulty, whether as very hard or legendary, it can often feel like the AI is just coming after you and it's insanely difficult and like you're constantly on the defense and all that stuff. But when I was having people not allowed to I mean, the rules are very strict and meant to be difficult. They weren't allowed to recruit any new units. They weren't allowed to expand their settlements at all. So you got your capital and that was it. And even with all those restrictions, and even with the players easily being overpowered by the AI, as far as like balance of power goes, so you would think the AI would come after them because they're really weak. It just didn't a lot of the time. So yeah, it was I'm not like upset about it or anything. It was a cool learning experience, but we definitely will not do that again. Not in that format. I think if we ever did something like endurance runs again, it would be explicitly for places that the AI is highly aggressive, or maybe just as hordes, and it's more about surviving or trying to get to a certain location as opposed to just hiding in one spot. Because I think the hiding element of it didn't work super well with the AI. I don't know, I was expecting the AI to be a lot more aggressive. I kind of actually would like that almost for CA to look into. It'd be really nice if maybe on legendary difficulty, perhaps that the AI was just much more prejudiced against the player. But I don't know. Any event, here's how it ended up. So we had two potential campaigns that players could win. You could either try and win as Imrik on the Mortal Empires map or Archon the Black on the Mortal Empires map. As I'm sure no one is surprised, Enticity, who has won every single contest, almost so up to this point, there have been 4 different winnable prizes, and Enticity has won 3 of them. With this contest over, now there have been 6 possible rewards, and he has now gone up to 4 wins total. So Enticity won the Archon the Black campaign. He managed, which that one actually seemed like it worked as intended. Players had a really, really hard time surviving, and the AI actually was fairly aggressive, but it was also a miserable experience from what I could tell, because basically you were forced to just like strafe with the Tomb Scorpion for 1,000 years. And in any event, he managed to, at his best run, he managed to survive for 69 turns. Nice. But he was the winner of our Archon the Black run, so congrats to Enticity on a yet another community challenge victory. He has run away with a lot of me and Legend of Total War's money by this point. And then on the other side, Imrik, one of our winners from the last contest, Axiomrazor, came through again and claimed his second community challenge victory. His Imrik campaign, it was a very, very long series, but I believe his final run capped in at 300 turns. So you can tell that from a survival point of view, apparently that one was a lot too easy. But in any event, I will have links down below in the description for playlists for if any of you want to go watch their runs. The Archon the Black playlist from Enticity and the Imrik playlist from Axiomrazor are both on YouTube, to my understanding, in their entirety, so you can go watch those. However, there is a video that I'm going to link here at the end of the video on screen. There'll be a little iCard up in the top right you can click on, and it'll be the top link in the description that I would heavily, heavily recommend you go check out if you have any interest in the community challenges, because one of our participants, Gabo Slayer, who you may also know from the multiplayer community, he essentially did a live stream breakdown with Enticity about the endurance run. And I watched it all the way through. It's about an hour long. It's really, really interesting. And has a lot of great information. And was overall just a lot of fun to listen to these players talk about their experience with it. And I thought that would serve really nicely for the interview for this particular challenge. That being said, I will be announcing a new challenge later today. I just want to double check a couple little things about it. But in any event, congrats again to the winners. And also congrats to Gabo Slayer, who was our random draw winner for a free Total War Warhammer DLC key. So in total we gave out 3 keys in this challenge. 2 Prophet and the Warlock keys, and then Gabo Slayer went home with a Beastman, Call the Beastman DLC, all courtesy of Creative Assembly. So thank you, Creative Assembly, for those free keys, and thanks again to Legend of Total War for helping me out with the prize funds. So in any event, I hope you all have a lovely day. Just a reminder that we do have an art challenge going on right now, which is the main community contest for the month of October. However, I am going to do a small but very thematic community challenge that I will announce later today for October. You know what? I'll just go ahead and announce it now. So, yeah, and now we'll wait. It deserves to be its own cute little video. In any event, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. And for those of you who are maybe interested in getting on into this, we do have a Discord community that all the community challenges are being run out of. So the speed challenges, the endurance challenges, and the art challenge. Those are all being run out of the Discord for community challenges that I'm hosting, at least. So if you have any interest in checking those out, getting involved, talking to the participants, wanting to get participate yourself in future ones, because it's worth noting that even if you don't win, just for participating, there's a chance you could win prizes, from DLC keys to some other things that I'm kind of looking into having as offerings. So yeah, in any event, thank you all again for watching. I don't know how many times I've said that by now. And I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.